All Things Halloween presents the top 13 good robots of movie history. Our metal mechanical heroes from movies past, present, and future. Robots who have saved our planet, our life, and our humanity. I enjoy reading this list. I find several of the choices to be quite hunky. Starting off at number 13, Max, from the film Flight of the Navigator. The year is 1978. 12-year-old David Freeman, playing in the woods near his home, is knocked unconscious. He awakens and heads home, only to find strangers living there. He also finds that the year is 1986, and that he's been officially missing for 8 years. NASA officials determine that David was abducted by aliens during his blackout, and hope to scan the boy's brain in order to unlock the few secrets of the universe. Answering the call of a strange, unseen force, David boards a well-hidden spaceship and takes off, guided by the jocular voice of a computer named Max, voiced by none other than Paul Reubens, aka Pee Wee Herman. Realizing that he can't fit into 1986 so long as he's a child of the 70s, David hopes to retrace the steps of his alien abductors and get back to his own time. Number 12. Robbie the Robot. Robbie the Robot originated as a character in the '56 film Forbidden Planet. He is a 7-foot-tall robot whose mouth is a monochromatic blue light organ, synchronized to his synthetic voice, its band of curved tubes located directly below his transparent face dome. He has great stylish curves, a strong broad chest that really sparks my motherboard. Number 11. Edward Scissorhands, from the self-titled 1990 film. An older woman tells her granddaughter the bedtime story of where snow comes from, by telling her the story of a young man named Edward who has scissors for hands. As the creation of an old inventor, Edward was a human-like boy who had everything except for hands. The inventor suffered a fatal heart attack and died before he could give real hands to Edward. The local A1 saleswoman Peg Boggs visits the decrepit Gothic mansion on the hill where Edward lives. She finds Edward alone. Upon realizing he is virtually harmless, she takes him to her home. Edward is mechanical, and is in fact a robot, and is really dreamy to boot. Number 10. Johnny 5, from the 1986 film Short Circuit. Number 5 is part of a series of prototype United States military robots built for the Cold War by Nova Laboratories. The series inventors, Newton Graham Crosby and Ben Jagatuya, are more interested in peaceful applications including music and social aid. After a demonstration of the robot's capabilities, Number 5 is hit by a lightning-induced power surge, erasing its programming and giving it the sense of free will. Several incidents allow the robot to escape the facility accidentally, barely able to communicate and uncertain of its directive. In Astoria, Oregon, Stephanie Speck, who cares for animals and mistakes Number 5 for an extraterrestrial visitor, grants Number 5 access to books, television, and other stimuli to satisfy his hunger for input, whereupon Number 5 develops a whimsical and curious childlike personality. Number 9. WALL-E. WALL-E is a 2008 American computer-animated science fiction comedy film produced by Pixar and released by Disney Films. Directed by Andrew Stanton, the story follows a robot named WALL-E, who is designed to clean up an abandoned, waste-covered Earth far in the future. He falls in love with another robot named Eva, who also has a programmed task, and follows her into outer space on an adventure that changes the destiny of both robotkind and humanity. Both robots exhibit an appearance of free will and emotions similar to humans, which develop further as the film progresses. They are close friends of mine, and I am happy to announce that they are still a happy couple. Number 8. The Iron Giant. The Iron Giant is a 1999 American animated science fiction comedy drama film, and is directed by Brad Bird. The film is about a lonely boy named Hogarth Hughes raised by his mother. He discovers an iron giant who fell from space. With the help of an artist named Dean McCaupin, they have to stop the United States military and a federal agent named Kent Mansley from finding and destroying the giant. The end of the film is a heartwarming moment and tear-jerker. When the giant chooses to be Superman, the giant collides with the missile, causing the massive explosion high in the atmosphere and saving the town from imminent destruction. Number 7. Marvin, the Paranoid Android. Marvin is a depressing yet lovable robot in the film and series The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy by Douglas Adams. Originally built as a failed prototype of Sirius Cybernetics Corporation's G.P.P. Genuine People Personalities technology. Marvin is afflicted with severe depression and boredom, in part because he has a brain the size of a planet. The true horror of Marvin's existence is that no task he could be given would occupy even the tiniest fraction of his vast intellect. Marvin claims he is 50,000 times more intelligent than a human, or 30 billion times more intelligent than a live mattress, though this is, if anything, a vast underestimation. When kidnapped by the bellicose cricket robots and tied to the interfaces of their intelligent war computer, Marvin simultaneously manages to plant the entire planet's military strategy, solve all of the major problems of the universe, except his own, 3 times over, and compose a number of sad yet witty lullabies. Number 6. Bishop from the 1986 film Aliens. Bishop is a synthetic, an android, although he prefers the term artificial person himself. When the team is ordered to LV-426, Bishop encounters Ellen Ripley for the first time and accepts her prejudice against artificial people with grace, agreeing to stay away from her. Later, his loyalty and bravery cause her to revise her opinion, and she comes to respect androids more than the human beings who created them. Bishop does not engage in combat, however, instead acting as a medic and tending to other support functions. Bishop saves Ripley, Newt, and Corporal Hicks by piloting their dropship out of the exploding atmosphere processing station. However, upon landing on the Sulaco, Bishop is ripped in half by the alien queen that had attached itself to the dropship. When Ripley opens the airlock to expel the alien queen into space, Bishop saves himself and Newt. Afterward, he is placed in hypersleep with the survivors. Number 5. Data. From the Star Trek movie franchise. An artificial intelligence and synthetic life form designed and built by Dr. Muni M. Sutton, Data is a self-aware, sapient, sentient, and anatomically fully functional android who serves as the second officer and chief operations officer aboard the Federation starships USS Enterprise. His positronic brain allows him impressive computational capabilities. Data experienced ongoing difficulties during the early years of his life with understanding various aspects of human behavior and was unable to feel emotion or understand certain human idiosyncrasies. The character opened our minds to almost forgetting he was a robot at all. Number 4. The T-800 Terminator. The Terminator character first appeared as the titular antagonist in The Terminator, the 1984 film directed and co-written by James Cameron. Terminator T-800 Cyberdyne Systems Model 101, and its Resistance Infiltrator prototype T-850 model variant, the cybernetic organism, initially portrayed as a programmable assassin and military infiltration unit, and then as a bodyguard, is any one of a number of fictional characters portrayed by Arnold Schwarzenegger. This model is sexy and stylish if you can't get by the cheesy one-liners and odd accent of the robot from the future. Number 3. R2-D2 and C-3PO from the Star Wars franchise. C-3PO meets R2-D2, who was built by Anakin Skywalker. To help his mother around the house and farm, C-3PO is revealed to Padme, and R2-D2 equips the protocol droid, and a full upgrade. Like many Star Wars fans, R2-D2 is one of my favorite Star Wars robots of all time. With all those tools packed in him, he seems just about the perfect little assistant. He doesn't speak the human language, but the bleeps and chirps he emits seem to convey perfectly what he wants to say. As a result of this robotic spunk and resourcefulness, R2-D2 is a hero an average of 3 times per episode. Comparatively, C-3PO seems the overly fussy, annoying nanny, and I admit I like R2-D2's laid-back attitude much better. I'd have to say though that I find C-3PO's backstory much more interesting, having been rebuilt piece by piece by a young Anakin Skywalker. In this context he becomes less irritating and more endearing. In any case, Star Wars wouldn't be Star Wars without either of them, 2 ordinary astromech and protocol droids designed simply to serve their owners, and ultimately end up saving the galaxy countless times. Number 2. Optimus Prime, from the Transformers movie series. Prime is the leader of the Autobots, a faction of transforming robots from the planet Cybertron. The Autobots are constantly waging war against a rival faction of transforming robots called Decepticons. He is depicted as a brave, powerful, wise and compassionate leader who puts his talent to use improving the universe around him. The first generation Optimus Prime transforms into a Kenworth A118-wheeler truck. Within his chest is a mystic talisman, known as the Autobot Matrix of Leadership or the Creation Matrix they stuck on our planet and vow to protect us, even if it means their own demise. And for a large truck, he is quite totes, adorns, I mean really a piece of solid man steel. Anyways, back to our list. Number 1. Voltron. From Voltron, Defender of the Universe, an animated television and movie series that features a team of space explorers that pilot a giant super robot known as Voltron. Initially produced as a joint venture between World Events Productions and OLE Animation, the original television series aired in syndication from September 10, 1984 to November 18, 1985. Voltron is controlled by 5 young pilots commanding 5 robot lions which could be combined to form Voltron. In this undefined future era, the Voltron Force was in charge of protecting the planet Otters. He was our top choice, not just because of his size, but his likability from generation to generation. I can't wait for the filming of the large-screen Hollywood movie to finish. He is soon to be a major box office draw. Well, I hope you enjoyed our list. The list was made for your enjoyment. Please check back soon for more of our great top 13 lists. And please like, share and subscribe.